Hey there! Just got back from our evening walk and I thought I'd show you guys a few cool down stretches. These stretches are going to be static stretches. We've already been walking, we got our blood flowing, that warms up your muscles, and when you finish, that's the time you want to work on your flexibility. So what you need is maybe a chair or two, and that's about it. When you finish your cardio part of your workout, and you may do your weights afterwards, then you want to go into your stretching. Since we were walking, we're going to start with the classic calf stretch. And as you can see, my front leg is bent, my knee is over my ankle bone, my back leg is straight, my toes are facing forward, they're pointed forward. Make a little adjustment in case your back foot is turned out a little bit. And then press your heel, your back heel into the ground. If you can't get all the way down, that's okay. Work toward it. You can also bend your knee slightly. You don't have to have it locked straight, but try to push the heel into the ground as you're able, and you'll feel an even greater stretch. And I want you to relax your shoulders. I want your eyes gazing straight ahead. I want you to breathe in and slowly exhale. And as you slowly exhale, I want you to press into the stretch a little further. You can wiggle that foot and push it back a little bit, a little wider stride to get a little better stretch. Let's do another deep breath in and exhale out. Sinking into that stretch. One more time, deep breath in and exhale out. And slowly, gently release, switching legs. Big stride, front leg bent, knee over ankle bone, back leg straight. Push the heel into the floor. Eyes facing forward. Inhale up. Exhale, sink into the stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Make any adjustments you want. Make sure your toes are facing forward. Sink into that stretch. Last big inhale. And exhale. That should feel really good. That's for the back of the leg, the lower leg, your calf. You'll feel it into the Achilles. You might feel that a little bit in the bottom of the foot, in the arch, and something called your plantar fascia. Great stretch. And let's slowly come out of it. Okay, the next stretch is for the whole backside. You're going to feel it where we just stretched in the calves. You're going to feel it up the leg into your hamstrings. And I'm just going to go into a flex hip position. I'm looking down at the floor. I'm feeling a stretch in the shoulders. I am pushing my hips back a little bit to elongate the spine. I'm feeling it down the legs, down the back of my legs, into my hamstrings, behind the knees, a little bit in the calf, a little bit down into the feet even. Breathe in and exhale out. Just relax into the stretch. Push away from the chair. Push those hips back. Inhale and exhale. These are static stretching. We're holding the stretches. Trying to gently elongate the muscles. Bend those knees. Roll the back. Pull the belly in. And come on out as you step forward. Regain your balance. Excellent. All right. The next stretch we're going to do is just a very simple side stretch. Feet slightly apart. Reach that arm up. And let's just take it over. Now, I want you to reach toward the opposite corner, but you're not cranking down like this. You're stretching up and over, kind of where the wall meets the ceiling. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Bring that arm right over the ear. Stretch toward the corner of the ceiling. And exhale. Relax those shoulders. Last one, inhale. And exhale over. And inhale. And release. We're going to go right into it's an IT band stretch. There's a muscle called the piriformis. Basically, we're stretching the lateral part of the hip. Bring that back, bring the outside leg behind the inside leg. Shift your weight to the outside leg, slightly bending and relaxing your inside leg, so you're not putting all your weight. The weight's really on the heel of the outside leg that's now on the inside. Got that? Reach up. And I want you to kind of push to your hip. That's my right hip. I'm pushing it to the right. And I'm reaching over. I'm stretching up again and over. And I am feeling that stretch all the way down the outside of that leg, outside of the hip, the lateral side. Stretch it real good. And just kind of sink into that. Bend that front leg a little bit more. Breathing. And gently come up. Now let's change sides. So feet apart again, slightly. If you want to, you can put your feet together on the side stretch. Take it out. Reaching over and just stretch. You can even follow your fingers with your eyes and just stretching up and over. Releasing. Relax the shoulder. Inhale up and push that hip out. Stretch up. You should feel it from underneath the armpit into the top of the hip bone. And release. One more time. You're lifting the spine. You reach up and then just a gentle stretch. As you can even lean into the stretch a little bit, leaning away from the chair. Breathing. And exhale. Good. So again, let's take the outside leg. Bring it behind the inside leg. And bending that front leg a little bit. Reaching up, pushing the outside hip away from the chair. And just kind of stretching up a little bit more toward the ceiling, then toward the wall. And leaning into this, just sinking into that. The outside hip. And release. Let's do that one more time. If you have any sciatic pain, this is a great stretch. Again, that arm is not in front. We're trying to pull it back as much as we can in line with the ear and feeling that good stretch. Sink into the stretch. Breathe in. Exhale. And gently bring it up. You don't want to push it out too far and go too extreme. You can injure yourself. So just nice and easy where it feels good. Okay. So that's it for our standing stretches. Now what I want us to do, grab your second chair. Now this is great if you're doing this in the kitchen. After you go exercising, have a seat, grab a drink of water, and then do these cool down stretches, okay? So the first one I'm going to do is a classic Western hamstring stretch. I'm just going to put one leg up on the chair. You could do this with a coffee table. You could do this with a second chair. You could do that with a stability ball. I want you to be sitting up tall. Notice how my back is straight. My leg is straight. My foot is flexed. Lift the crown of the head. That stretches the spine. And I just want you to, with your same arm as leg in front, keeping this nice straight spine, hinge at the hips, and just walk down the leg. And don't worry if you can only go to your middle of your shin or maybe even your knee, that's fine. Wherever you can reach, feeling a gentle stretch in the back of the leg, under the knee, and up into the hamstring, which is this part of the leg. Keeping that back straight. Breathe in. And reach a little further as you exhale. Again, we're not rounding the back. Our gaze is comfortably looking forward, just beyond the top of that chair. Breathe in. Exhale, go a little further. And come come on up. That feels great. So that's our second stretch for the hamstring. Sit up tall. Let's do the other leg. Hand in front. Straight spine. Walk that hand forward down that leg to wherever you feel a mild stretch. And again, it's feeling the stretch in the underside of the leg, behind the knee, not so much in your calf. If you were to pull that toe back, you'd feel it more into your calf, and you can do that as well. But we're going to do a calf stretch in just a moment. So just feeling that stretch, lean into it a little bit more. We're still doing those deep breaths. Nice and slow. Do 3 to 4 breath cycles to make sure you're getting a nice static stretch. At least 20 to 30 seconds for each stretch. One more. Exhale, sink into the stretch. And come back up. Great. Now, you can use a towel or a stretch band or a yoga cord. I'm just going to use this towel, and we're going to put either leg up. We're going to put this around the upper ball of your foot, and we're just going to pull that toe towards you. Okay, so my foot is flexed, and I'm just pulling that toe toward me. So now you're feeling that stretch more in the calf, right under here. Okay, sitting tall. You can lean back just a little bit and feel that good stretch. So the hamstring, we were hinging at the hips and leaning forward. Here, we're leaning back a little bit to feel that good calf stretch. Deep breath in and out. So technically, this is our third stretch for the calf muscle. But this is a very specific stretch for the calf muscle. We're isolating the calf muscle here. So again, flex that foot, pull back with the towel from the ball of the foot, and you can lean back a little bit more and just feel that stretch, maybe under the heel, into the Achilles, the calf muscle mainly, the lower back of the lower leg. One more good breath. And release. Now we did a stretch, we said, for the stretching the IT band. We call it an IT stretch. Well, you really can't stretch a band, but we can stretch the muscles that surround it, the piriformis, and those exterior lateral leg muscles. We're just going to cross our leg. Take the right leg, put it over the left bent knee, have it just above the ankle, whatever's comfortable for you. And if you can't quite do that, that's fine. You can just kind of cross the leg like this, and you can lean into the stretch. You could take a chair and put it in front of you and just put the foot on the chair until you can work and pull that chair in toward you, so you can get it over the knee. And then once you got it over the knee, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall, and you might already feel that stretch right in here, okay? A little bit into the glutes, and we're going to feel a little bit more in the glutes when we pull the toe, the foot towards you, just gently pulling from the outside of the foot toward the body. You'll feel a little bit more intense stretch. Sit tall and lean forward. This is a yoga move. This is a seated pigeon. You can do a pigeon on your back. There's lots of variations. Some people call this the 4 stretch, like the number 4. So there's different names for it. And just relax into the stretch. You're going to feel this as you're leaning forward, a little bit in the low back, getting more into the hip and the glutes. You can put that elbow on that knee a little bit. As we exhale, go forward, lean forward into it a little bit more. Holding that stretch. It really feels good. Don't force it. You can do more harm than good when you force your stretches. You just want to relax and just kind of think of the muscles just kind of melting into the stretch. And they will at their own time. You don't want to force this. And come on. Let's do the other side. Sitting up tall. Pushing down a little bit. Feel a little gentle stretch. Under hand underneath that foot, pulling that foot towards you. Again, sitting up tall, leaning into that stretch a little bit until you find where it feels good. Breathing. And come on up. Awesome. Let's reach those arms up. Let's bend one elbow and place the opposite hand on top of that bent elbow, reaching down, middle of the back, and you should feel a stretch in your tricep. Good upper body stretch. Reaching up and switching sides. And if you really feel this, then that tells you you need to be doing these stretches on a daily basis. Stretch it out. Let's pull the hands back, opening up the chest, rounding into a seated cat so that you're rounding out the back and stretching that upper back between those shoulder blades. That should feel good. Good. And release. Let's bring one arm across the body and just feel a gentle stretch in your shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And release. Other side. Stretch the wrists by just starting at your fingertips and trying to see if you can get your palms to touch and then pulling down. Feel that? Shoulders back. That's a nice stretch of the wrists. We lose range of motion as we get older. Stretching will help you keep that range of motion. And let's reverse it and go like this. Now drop the elbows as you can to feel just a little bit more stretch in the wrists. Again, we're not forcing anything. It's nice and easy. And just circle them out. All right, let's finish with a standing stretch. We're going to do a stretch for the front of our legs. And we're just going to stand here. We're just going to point our foot back. And we're going to lift our chest and look up again toward the corner where the ceiling meets the wall. My shoulders are pulled down and back. And I'm feeling a nice stretch in the front of my hip and down the front of my leg. For those of you that are a little bit more flexible and need to want a better quadricep stretch, we're going to just reach for the foot, keep that knee in line, and we're just stretching the front of your leg, front of your thigh, the quadricep, holding and breathing. Now, if you can do this, keep doing it. If you can't, there's a couple variations. The first one is you can grab that towel and you can put it around the foot and then you can pull it up like this. So that just extends your arm a little bit, okay? The other one we can do is you can take this chair that we've been using, the second chair, and you can hold on for balance, put your foot up on the chair, and you might feel a stretch in the front of your thigh. And if you're not feeling that stretch, you can just push that chair back a little bit and extend, and you might feel a little bit more stretch. Eventually, you'll be able to grab that foot and do a great quad stretch. Let's do the other side. Again, work at your own level. So what I like to do is always just start with that pointed toe back, lifting the chest, just testing the water. See where you are today. You can put your foot up on the partner chair. And if you're ready, you can hold on to the foot. And you should be feeling a great stretch in the front of your upper leg. This also stretches out your hip flexors. And shake it out. You are done.